Hey everyone, welcome back to part 12 of Barachi Ice Elementalist of Sif Muna, Ultraviolent 4. We are in Depths 2. We just finished this kind of funky whole floor vault here. And I don't know, this might be a bit of a rocky one. So, CPO, which is the Australian crawl server, has been down because it's just been moved to a new host. So I'm testing the new host. I don't know. We'll have to see what works. It was kind of a bit of a ride just to actually get into the game. I was supposed to flush my DNS because apparently it takes up to 48 hours for DNS registers to update or something like that. And it wasn't working, so I'm actually directly connected via the IP address. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So one thing that happened when we were doing this vault is we picked up quite a few more potions of mutation. So we happen to have 18 now. And I feel like 18 is surely enough that we can dabble a bit in mutation roulette. Craven's probably saying something. Clicking proceed anyway. Yeah. Well, otherwise I would have had to make you all wait another day. So yeah, we're doing it live. We're testing the new server. So this is for Star Fury Flames. We're going to do a bit of mutation roulette. And I don't know, with 18, I feel like we can get something that's at least not bad, and then we'll still have enough in the tank in case we get mutated. Quick check on our skills, which we're red drain right now, so it's kind of misleading. Let's see, we're training armor dodging, spellcasting, fighting. Yep, I remember. All good. We've got 191 HP out of 192, which bothers me a bit. So I'm just going to cure that. I mean, I've died enough times at exactly perfect HP. So anyway, to the thing. Spin the wheel. Your system partially rejects the healing effects of potions you feel weaker. Your toenails lengthen and sharpen. That's going to be a no. You feel stronger. Your talons dull and shrink. You feel stronger. You feel resistant to poisons. A pair of horns grows on your head. Molten scales grow every part of your body. So we still have potions less effective at restoring our health. We're gonna have horns. An extra 2 AC, innate R poison, and strength plus 2. I feel like that's okay. We've got a hat of magic resistance anyway, so having horns doesn't bother us as far as the helmet goes. And then, I mean, if we're doing things properly, we shouldn't need the heal wounds potions too much. It's not that bad of a mutation. And then a bit of extra AC and innate R poison is nice. So let's play like that. On to Depths 3. I'm seeing immediately a stone wall down here, which is a good indication that there's some other sort of vault down there. Here's a Spark Wasp. We really want to have RLEC on for those. So I'm just going to wield the Uncursed Staff of Air. And then these guys are susceptible to poison. So let me just find my Poisonous Vapors button. That one. Which is that one? Yeah. Should die pretty quickly. In fact, why don't I just Bolt of Cold them? But where you see one, it probably indicates that there are more. I don't really want to keep standing here while there are more monsters turning up and I'm in the freezing cloud. So we're just going to go upstairs. Okay. It's probably a good idea to wield the Staff of Air again for RLEC because Spriggan Air Mages have lightning bolts. That is not the thing I meant to do because they deflect missiles as well, so you're probably never going to hit them. Probably never going to hit them with bolts. Hey, Beam turned up. Cool. So Beam figured out the new host switch. I don't know why I'm still wielding the Staff of Air though. Because I knew the Spark Wasp was coming. What can I say? Here's the double. Let's just hop back into the hallway. so that only one is fighting us at a time. I mean, that works. Did the other one just die? No, it just didn't see us. Deep trolls, this stuff's all fine. You should respect... are they the shamans? I always get them confused. Yeah, the shamans are the ones that haste and might the other trolls. You always need to respect those ones. Yeah, I don't know. I just expect iron trolls to be poison resistant, but they're not. And it always surprises me. Alright, new Mana Viper tile. That also surprised me. It's a shapeshifter that turned into the new Dream Sheep tile. So this shapeshifter into the new Shock Serpent tile. This shapeshifter is just doing new tiles. That's a very interesting type of shapeshifter. I didn't know that was a thing. Old Fawn. I should have killed it more quickly so we could have kept the charade going. We've auto-explored right into this vault. And yeah, I wish I hadn't. We've got here a Lich, we've got a Juggernaut, and we've got a Flayed Ghost. So we're going to engage Hop mode. And if I could, we could maybe blow this Lich up with Orbs of Destruction before I escape back upstairs. Good. Let's do that, and let's find somewhere else. Alright, I'm gonna remember, oh boy, I kind of wish we had ignition. This would be great if we could ignition right now. But we're definitely going up from this stair. So this is Enchantress and a huge ban experience. Yeah, never coming back here again. The point I was making before that is that I need to remember to cast regen before I go down new stairs. That's really annoying. So we are going, well, we can pass wall through. I guess that works. I was thinking I could just dig around it, but then I thought, wait, I could also just pass wall. It's probably better to have it dug anyway. Alright, this place scares me. Okay, so we got a one-turn pass wall, or sorry, a one-tile pass wall out of here. So this is a really good place to fight. Until the Earth Mage then digs it open, but until then... Ogrebs... Yep. They're all getting hasted and mited, but that's okay, because they're having to run through the code. This is a perfect place to fight. Because of our guaranteed escape. And it looks like there's an opening here into that vault. So I'm just going to chill out here. We can go forward a bit, I guess, because we have Hop. Crayman's spamming us. And we'll see if we can yell stuff to us. That one. Poisonous Vapors is a really, really good spell for sniping boggets. The people who tell you that poison magic falls off after mid-game, they won't want you to know about that use. Here's the Juggernaut. Yeah. So we're going to see if we can shoot Orbits of Destruction down the hallway. First one hit a wall. Second one did not. How much damage? It can hit 40 and 80. But its attacks are really slow. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. I tried to I was trying to examine it, but I instead moved forward. So we tried to hit the Juggernaut with our axe. Why is there two of me? That's a good question, because I was asking that myself. That's a question. Now that we just got smacked once, I think I probably just want to pass wall out of here. Our orbit destruction is much less useful now that we're in point blank range. And the Juggernaut attacks really slowly, so by the time it gets another attack, we should be able to pass wall out of here. But I don't know, maybe... No, I don't want to mess with him. We're just going to leave. I'm going to pass wall out. We could have killed him if our orbit destruction didn't hit the wall. Don't listen to Kramen, just as a general tip. If he ever gives you advice, just ignore it. Oh, you got the text. Okay. Okay, well, this time we'll hop. Okay, and if we can get these to go down the hallway, which that one, well, that was a miscast. That one miscast again. Alright. That was a bit of unluckiness there in miscast, but we did get it before it got to us. Hop is OP late game. It's pretty OP. Well, no, I'll agree with that. Except not late game, it's OP out of the early game. I did see the Lich. I don't know if it saw us though. I don't know. That is a floating eye, which I'm glad we are not finding at the same time as the other stuff. Because these guys paralyze you. Smite targeted, ignoring your MR. So say this guy turned up at the same time as that Juggernaut, you're in trouble. Okay, and when you use Orbs of Destruction against the Shattered Dragon, we don't have any RN unless we put on one of our rings, which we do have, but I'm also pretty confident that we can just kill him before he starts hitting us with Draining Bolts. I mean, unless we just hit the wall over and over again, that could also happen. That is giving us habitation. Wow, okay. One of the the few spells that we don't have yet that would be very good. So let's learn that. Let's probably immediately learn that actually. Put it on V. Okay. And the Spriggans are sort of turning up. The Spriggan Berserker is going to get really angry and run at us. But what we'll do is we'll hop back to our tech corner. We'll put up some obstacles so that it's kind of like Home Alone or something like that. Except I did that poorly because we don't have to freezing cloud ourselves. And we can just die to the Berserk Death Yak. It is not real. And more Ogrebs. And the plan is just to sit here in the corner so that if anything dangerous actually makes it to us, we'll just pass wall out again. Storm Dragon. Let's put on our Staff of Air. Oh, we also lost our Deflector Missiles. I hadn't noticed that. I don't know how long that's been the case. And another Juggernaut. Okay, let's get in the corner. I don't want to mess with this too much. There's so much value here. The thing is, I don't want to completely run out of mana so that I can't pass all out again. That would be a dumb way to die. What's the fail chance on it? 5%. Okay, so if I drop to 0 magic points here, we're still going to be able to pass wall with minus cast, and as long as we don't fail that 5%, we'll be fine. Alright, let's get out of here. You don't have enough magic. Where's my cast status? Did I accidentally turn it off? I mean, it doesn't take time to put it back on, but Somehow I turned it off. Anyway, let's pass law back out. We dropped to a lower HP than I would have liked, but we're still alive, so that's fine. Alright, that was a lot of dangerous enemies at once. Alright, back to the corner. Raksasha, fine on its own. Much more dangerous when it's making multiple copies of, say, Spriggan Berserkers or things like that. Okay. Oh, the Spriggans are kind of turning up. This is also good. If they're split rather than being in one giant pack together, that's fine too. And it's also much better if we can fight them. Oh, hello, Storm Dragon. It's also... Oh, we lost our deflector missiles again. Let me put that up. Or I forgot and never put it back on. But if we can fight them up here in this same corner, we can make them walk through our clouds. I guess we just use Bolt of Cold on the Storm Dragon. It's resistant to cold. Okay. It's not something you always think of. Or we could just hop away. Hop up. Which, that was a horrible hop. But yeah, okay. A couple of medium orbs of destruction and then we got it most of the way. Alright, the Flake Ghost is also much less dangerous on its own. It's another thing where you really don't want to face it at the same time as Juggernauts and other stuff like that. Here's the Enchantress. Note that she has a bunch of different hexes, including Slow, Mass Confusion, and Dimension Anchor, which is maybe one worth mentioning because it's kind of an unusual one. This temporarily turns you into a Formicid, so you can't blink or teleport away. So if your plan was, I'll just fight the Enchantress and then I'll teleport away, you might suffer an extremely embarrassing death. But as long as your ML is not too bad and she doesn't strip resistance you, which halves your ML, she's not too bad if you have things she can't dodge. Because like most Spriggans, she's got a pretty low HP pool. So All Grab she can't dodge, Freezing Clouds she can't dodge, although we could miscast it. Yeah, and we'll just make all the Spriggans walk through all the Freezing Clouds. And while casting All Grabs, I guess I'll keep throwing more down. And then... so we've always got Hop. Even Dimension Anchor is not going to stop us from hopping. So I guess you're not quite like a... whatever that thing's called, a Formicid. But I'm going to hop back. I don't really want to be... fighting while standing inside a Freezing Cloud. Oh boy, here's the Juggernaut again. Okay, well this is bad. We used that hop already. Alright, and we saw already that he can hit for 40 and 80. Now we have some AC, so he wouldn't actually do 120 damage, but it's still very scary for us to be allowing him to hit us. So what could we do here? We have random blinks. We have a lot of scrolls of blinking. We could also basically, because... Alright, so I should show you. Let's actually look him up. Juggernaut. His attack is 450%. So it's 4 times as slow as it should otherwise be. And because he's fast, I think this basically turns out that on average they do 1 attack every 4 turns or so. So what I could do, because he just hit me, is spend a few turns making some ice base, and then we just walk away while the ice base get in the way. Kind of tempted to do that, and if he just slams us for 120 damage, then I'll read a blink scroll and we'll blink back up. So I want to do base. Yeah, and then we'll just walk through them. And he's going to have a real hard time fighting through any summons, because he can only attack once every 4 turns or so. So he can hit one of them every now and then, but otherwise they'll just swarm him. Actually, I kind of just want to get out of here and not mess around with that anymore. So we're just going to pass wall out. Oh yeah, it hurts. It really hurts. Juggernauts are no joke. And I don't know if we killed the Enchantress, I doubt it. The Juggernaut sort of ruined our plans. That's a Frost Giant. What's cool or potentially exciting about Enchantress is that when and if we can manage to kill her, she'll have a Fairy Dragon Scales, which is quite light. It's the base type of an Acid Dragon Scales, I believe, in terms of its heaviness. And it can have all sorts of cool properties, including properties that you won't normally get on artifacts, like plus or minus HP, for instance. Things like that. Enchant Armor Scroll. All we have is our shield, which is plain, so I'm not too excited by that. Why are we carrying around a short sword of Holy Wrath? I don't know. There's a boggart with a spear. It's not something you see every day. With an artifact robe, nah. Okay, I don't really want to fight the Lich there. It sort of looked like one of those awkward spots where if I tried to Orb of Destruction again, it was probably just going to hit the walls. We picked up a shiny buckler. I think I'd rather just have... Oh, okay, we did kill Enchantress and we picked up a Fairy Dragon Scales. There you go. So I hadn't noticed. I don't have any ID scrolls. Am I feeling brave? Yes, but I don't want to be taking my armor off when there's the possibility that the Juggernaut might turn up at any moment. So we're going to go back upstairs first. +3 Fairy Dragon Scales, MR plus, Arc Corrosion, and Strength +3. Okay. Well, it's very similar to the Quicksilver Dragon Scales we had, but with a few extra resistances. How about for the actual AC and EV? This is 23-26, and that was 25-24. So 2 AC for 2 EV, plus then Arc Corrosion. And probably the Fairy Dragon Scales look better. But we're also training our armor skill, and as our armor skill gets higher, it's going to give us more returns from the Quicksilver Dragon Scales. So I'm going to stay in those guys. We get Vamp Draining. Fantastic. I'm being kind of lazy, but I should be wielding the Staff of Air against those guys. Let's check this hatch up. Let's not. Let's kill the Lich first. Oh, the Orb of Destruction missed. How could you miss? Alright, one more did it. One of Enslavement. Wasn't I dropping those? Yeah, we were dropping those. We're carrying around Paralysis instead. There we go. Here's our Juggernaut. Alright, let's hop back. That's the wrong thing. That's probably how I turn Divine Energy off, because ZZ is when I cast an Orb of Destruction. If I hit AA accidentally, I'm going to turn Divine Energy off. Oh god, it's not enough. You know what we should do? We should make a bunch of summons, and then we can actually shoot bolts of cold through our summons. That's a really good way to fight him, while also doing orb grabs. Fantastic. That was some good tech. I should remember that more often, that we can shoot bolts of cold through Ice Beast. Here's a gold dragon. We've got our RF and RC, which is fine, and we have an innate our poison now. So as long as there's no Moth of Wrath or something like that around, Orb of Destruction is going to do the trick. Dodging to 14. I don't remember what skill targets I set. Armor to 14 and then dodging. Okay, yeah. Which is actually really not that much more when I was talking about using the Fairy Dragon scales or not. Do we have another way to get Arc Corrosion? We do, we have a ring. Okay, so Arc Corrosion isn't that important. Unless maybe we go into the Slime Pits. Which we might. It's a contender for 3rd rune for sure. Should just kill that hasty guy. Okay, reach level 23. Kind of just want to blow him up. Okay, good. In which case, then we don't have to worry about pulling out staves of air. It's a pretty intense depths floor. I've had 2 in a row. The last one had the full floor vault, and this one had that pretty massive vault, but it seems like there are a lot of really dangerous things on this floor. Seeing a gold dragon on depths 3 is pretty unusual. Where is this guy going? He's just leaving. It's like when monsters used to flee at low HP. This isn't as bad as it looks, because the flay isn't real. Okay, let's remember the tech here. Look at that. These guys are probably, yeah, resistant to cold, I can tell, because I'm doing literally no damage. Orange crystal statue? I hit the wall. We can just blow him up really quickly, because maybe he's guarding some sort of sweet loot. No, just the Curare needle. Alright, those guys can do shadow creatures, so you shouldn't mess with them too much. This is a plain shield. Still looking for a magical shield. And was there something else down there? I saw some other item somewhere that made me think, but now I don't remember. Oh. Potions. Haste. We've got 5 of those. Having more is always good. Cancellation. We've got 5 of those. That's plenty. Heal wounds not as exciting now as it used to be, but still probably always worth having. And we've only got, well, by only, we have 6 agility, which is plenty. So we're not going to buy that either. And I'm going to remember regen this time. And just give me a sec, sorry. I'm going to quickly respond to an SMS here. Alright, depths 4. With another gold dragon. Well, we're just going to go to a new stair. I don't want to fight a gold dragon at close proximity. I want to be able to use Orbs of Destruction from range. And because we only just came down that stair, there's nowhere we can hop to. Here are some caustic shrikes along with a bunch of shadow dragons and some dancing weapons in what looks like another fairly crazy vault. So we're going to leave here. We're also not going down there. So this is going to be a really hard depth, I think. Alright, this stair isn't so bad, hopefully. Frederick. Okay, so he has Iron Shot, which is always something you should respect, and he can make Spellforge Servitor, which can then also Iron Shot you. So you should respect him. What are his resistances like? None. So, alright, this is fairly easy, because we can just spam him with lots of cold, hop away, and then spam him with more cold. Oh wow, we make a little dust cloud when we hop, and then I can't put a freezing cloud over the top of that tile. That's amazing. I did not know that. Alright, and well, if he's gonna sit back there, not going, oh, okay, he finally went in. I was gonna say, I may as well just ice base him if he's gonna sit back there. Yeah, I should be standing on the stair. I'm being a bit cocky there. One more bolt of cold should do it. Once I get my magic back, there we go. Good. Okay, and he didn't have any good gear. Alright, so Caustic Shrikes, that's going to be fun. I'm kind of thinking with some of these fights that it would be really good to have Iron Shot. Oh no, but I made the point last episode that I want to just show you that you can win the game with Throw Icicle. Alright, so we'll stick with... oh yeah. Okay, this is pretty intense looking. Okay, so if I were not trying to make that point, I'd learn Throw Icicle. Sorry, I'd learn Iron Shot. For some of these things, like the Juggernaut fight, where these dangerous enemies are getting on top of us, it would be nice to have Iron Shot. Oh, hey look, requirement scrolls. Susceptible to code, fantastic. What are we going to acquire? Well, we have been acquiring jewelry because we're in dire need of MR. But now that we've got our MR, I'm half tempted to go for armor again and try to get some sort of artifact shield. I mean, beyond that, our armor is pretty good. I mean, we could get some really nice pair of artifact gloves too. That would be good. Let's do it. Yeah, so we got a statue in here. I'm just going to walk in and kill the statue. These guys aren't really that dangerous. We can't really hit it. I'll deal with it in a second. The Shadow Demon is casting shadow creatures and making random depths level enemies. It's alright, we'll go back upstairs and wait it out. Oh, he's still there. Oh, he's real. Okay. I don't really want to be mutated, so we'll go back down. His summons can't follow. I don't really want to fight all that stuff, so we'll go back up. Every time we switch level, his summons won't come. Makes fighting summoners a lot easier. And I guess we can read our requirement here. We're going to go armor. Artifact boots. Plus int is nice. ML plus is nice. Having the arc corrosion all the time is nice. Int -4 definitely not. And the fact that we would be losing our running, definitely not worth. Having running to be able to move at a normal species speed is so valuable. And I mean, we could totally ignore this obsidian statue and just use application to pull everything out. but I don't know. I want to kill it. I'm a completionist. And there could be stuff behind it too. Oh yeah. Immolation. I should use that more often. How many of those do we have? 4. They would have been really useful against the Enchantress's band of... I was going to say elves, but they're not elves. They're Spriggans. Vampire Knights. Respect these guys. They're a paralysis enemy. We've got plenty of MR though. Although, with the Phantasmal Warrior who can halve your MR, it's a very, very scary group. So if our MR gets halved right now, I'm going to need to probably hop away. But we didn't. No, it's just a regular Spriggan. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, I walked him out of the cloud. Okay, I'm an idiot. And he's got a Lek. But, I mean, they're fragile. As soon as you get them with all grabs and clouds, they're going to die pretty quickly. Another food shop, which is why we're not worrying about food. Here's Louise, who at this stage in the game is much less scary than when you see her in a layering branch. I walked forwards way more tiles than I intended to there. Okay. We need to respect this situation a little bit for 2 reasons. The Deep Troll Earth Mage has LRD, and that does additional damage off metal walls, which we're surrounded by at the moment. Also, there's a Rakshasa, so it could copy the Earth Mage, who's going to slam us with LRD over and over and over again. So in a Bolt of Cold, okay, aiming at the Mage, and we got it pretty quickly. Come on. Okay, good. We get a book which gives us Magic Dart, Sticky Flame, and Death's Door. And I know that there is still a gold dragon and at least 2 or 3 caustic strikes running around somewhere on this floor. Let's ID this sword. Plus 10, Aralak in plus 4. If we didn't have Aralak already, that'd be a good way to get it. But still, the beat is the superior sky weapon so far, I think. That MP plus 9 is pretty useful. Alright, Spark Wasps. I'm going to respect those guys though. So we are going to pull out the Staff of Air. Yeah. Where you see one, you see more. Almost always. Oh, but that's alright. I'm going to get in this choke point and then we're going to all grab them. And they'll die pretty quickly. It's kind of a minor thing, but it's also good to be fighting near the Abyss portal like that, because I could always quote-unquote escape into the Abyss if something really nasty turned up. Alright, yeah, this is pretty nasty. We got dueling freezing clouds going on right now. Okay, let's see if we can thread an Orb of Destruction in. Okay, good. We do definitely need to respect Tengu Reavers. And one of them has a lightning bolt. Well, I don't really mind if they want to make more freezing clouds between us and them. Because then I'll just walk through them and they can't follow. Don't like the Lich though. Let's see what it does. Alright, we're going to go Orbit Destruction. Did we hit the wall or did we fail it? What happened there? It hit the wall. Alright. So let's go slow. Okay, it doesn't seem like he's doing anything too scary. He does have Summon Greater Demon, he's just chosen not to do that. There we go. There's the Executioner. Well, we're near the stairs, so we'll just hop away. And then we'll leave. The Executioner is the summon. We've got 25 AC and a shield, so we're not going to die to it in a few turns. Like you might if you were the robe-wearing, full-on blaster caster glass cannon build. But that's why I don't like being the glass cannon build. Reason number 3. Sujobu. I do not want to mess with her. Although, we could... Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to hit the wall there. We could potentially blow her up with Orbs of Destruction before she gets too nasty. Okay, that worked. Good spell, Orb of Destruction. Did you know? Really good spell. What is going on in this depths? Alright, no, it's okay. The Tengaroo is all just with Sujobu. That makes sense. Never mind. It's like, why is so much stuff here? No, she normally spawns with a group of Tengaroos, but here's a Titan, so this floor is pretty crazy. We will definitely want Staff of Aeron against the Titan. And same strategy we've been doing against all these nasty enemies. Orbit Destruction them a couple of times. There's sort of no point putting a Freezing Cloud down right now because they've all turned white. We lost our deflecting missiles at some point. I feel like I have a Force Maul for that, but I still keep missing it. Sorry if you've been screaming at the screen. We're done exploring. It looks like... So this crazy Caustic Strike, Shadow Dragon, dancing weapon thing seems to be split off from the rest of the floor. Which is probably good, because I think that means we'll just never go in there. I don't know, it sort of doesn't matter what amazing loot might be in there. That's really, really dangerous. Just the Caustic Strikes on their own, but also adding in Shadow Dragons at the same time. We don't really have any RN. I just don't want to do it. We're going to keep going with depths. So we've got depths 5 here. This is our last depths floor. I forgot again to put on our region. And again, it just looks like we're in some big, maybe floor-wide vault again. Seeing that we've got a symmetrical thing going on here with stone walls. So this might be another fun one. But I'm actually going to end it here, which is a bit earlier than some of the others. But you can blame Checkers for that. I'm running a bit late on time. He's the one who moved the host. So if you join me in the next one, we'll finish off depths here. And then we'll try to get a third rune. And try to win this game. It's been so long now that I don't even remember what streak number we're going for. I think we're going for 6? Maybe. It's a long query. The bot has to go through all my wins ever. We've won the last 5, so we'll be going for 6. Alright, we'll see you all next time.